When you think of Batman Arkham Asylum, you probably see all those old memories of beating up thugs in clown makeup, punching all those stupid criminals Joker brought in from Blackgate simply to make all our lives harder, breaking their bones and putting them in hospital with Batman's one superpower, his fists. Well, today we're gonna do it all wrong. This idea isn't exactly original, it's probably been done a million times, but the inspiration for me in particular came from this channel here, who did all 4 games without punching, which is what I intend to do. So the rules are pretty simple. I cannot punch or counter in this challenge, which means I can't use the X or Y buttons on the controller in combat. All takedowns are allowed, including ground takedowns in combat. Fairly simple. So if you go to enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos in the future. It would really help out the channel a lot. So our fistless journey begins in the lobby of intensive treatment, where we have to sit through a walking simulator with Joker mere inches away from us. We scan him, which turns out fine by the way, and get scolded for bringing in our equipment. The only thing that could save everyone should Joker escape, but sure, shout at me. He has some fun with a doctor who tries to check him by scaring the living Christ out of him, but let's continue.
Need to take my temperature? I'd be happy to drop my pants.
Along the way, we get to meet a few ally characters, as well as a giant crocodile man who, despite his horrible skin condition, is still better looking than me. Come on, man. Anyway, on our way down, the power decides to go out, and we're plunged into the dark. The lights return, and Batman and Joker try to act as if they weren't just making out.
I know your secrets, Bruce.
So anyway, we hand Joker over and meet up with Gordon, but immediately, not even a minute later, Joker is trying to escape. And succeeds. So we're into our first combat encounter, and I'm trying to think of solutions when I realize there's an electrified door at the front of the room. So the rest went fairly quickly. We can just dodge over enemies and push them into a door with a cape stun if they need a little extra. And just like that, our first encounter is done. Oh god damn it. Now I'm pretty sure pushing these goons into the electric doors is turning their brains into scrambled eggs, which is definitely murder, but it's fine because Batman doesn't kill anyway. He's not a murderer, he's Batman. Anyway, with this encounter done and this lovely pile of certainly alive bodies piled up for us, we're now on Joker's trail. The automated voice says something about a security breach, but it's not like anyone's gonna jump out at me. I tried everything against these 2 goons and I even went back to check that electric door, but it was locked off. So unfortunately a few punches are required here. Except I goofed it up and had to restart, but add 3 to the counter. We now learn that Zsasz has taken a guard hostage and there's no time to waste at all. We need to be quick and there's no time for Bruce is just taking a quick phone call. I'm sure the guard wouldn't mind a bit more torture just before we get there, right? We get in behind Zsasz easily and Batman turns around to see this on his screen. Yeah, I don't know why Harley feels the need to flash Bruce, but what can I do about it, I guess? I don't know. She's just weird. So we then make our way to this room, where it seems like someone had Taco Bell for dinner and the room is filled with gas. We save everyone, including this thug, who gets some special treatment from Batman. With the room clear, we can move on and find these 2 waiting for us. But thankfully there's an electric door, so we can just use that. We finally catch up with Joker, who has a little surprise for us. Yeah, it's boss fight time already. Thankfully, this prototype Titan is fairly simple, we just have to avoid him until he dies of a heart attack. I know, anticlimactic. It's so weird, because even though he looks like this, he's still better looking than me. Oh, come on, who wrote this? Joker escapes again, and now we're after Gordon, because that one officer we trusted was actually a bad guy. I know, shocking. I met these 2 goons on the way back to Gordon, and I started to panic. I ran around them for a good while, but there was nothing I could do, so add another 2 to the counter. So after picking up Ball's trail, we run back to the lift and get it dropped on us, and have to climb up the old-fashioned way. At the top, we see this group of thugs, and I turn their brains to mush like usual, and we find out that the thugs have access to guns. Great! We take down this group with no problem at all and move into the next room for our first Predator section. The challenge doesn't really affect Predator sections, and there are only 3 guys in the room, so I took them down all easily. Joker sent in another 3 guys, but they were no better than the last 3, so I took them out as well. Careful. We then find out Joker's killed Balls, and is now using him as a decoration. And we get a call from Riddler, who isn't relevant enough in the challenge for me to talk about it, but I did end up doing a couple of his challenges, but it's not worth talking about. So, we make our way outside and need to save Bruce's $1 million car from vandalism. These people have no taste, I swear, so I zap them all to death. I mean, to sleep, and yeah, a bit of rethinking my life choices later, and we now have explosive gel. The most powerful tool we'll have in this challenge. We now have a trail for Gordon, which leads us to Arkham West, where we can use these thugs for human testing experiments. After being reminded that the gel in Asylum is way more powerful than I remember, oh no, really, they go flying for a mile. We can take everyone out and head into the medical building, and then immediately back outside because we can't get in through the entrance. So instead we can get in through the roof. I don't know why the game felt the need to show me this in slow motion, but I love cinematic moments, so I won't complain. We head inside to another Predator section, and I embarrass myself by dropping onto this first guy by complete accident, and then doing the exact same thing like an idiot and getting caught. As I run away, I remember that in Asylum, Bruce hasn't figured out how to walk on railings yet, and I keep taking rounds to the face until I eventually become safe. I take my revenge by blowing up a wall onto this guy's face and take down the 2 remaining thugs. We now need to save the doctors from Joker's goons, so we make our way to the patient observation where I blow up these 2 and drain the room of more Taco Bell gas. Oh, and try to cover up the fact that I killed this guy, by the way. Yeah, he's not alive, but I didn't kill him. I'm Batman! With the room clear, we can now head to surgery, where I use another electric door to make fried henchmen and save another doctor. Finally, we can head to the X-ray room where I blow up these guys to save Dr. Young. On our way back out, we meet this new enemy type, and I panic. Usually you need to cape stun and then attack because of their armor and knives. Then I realize that a stupid costume doesn't make you immune to explosives. Joker sends another 3 guys to stop me, who are a breeze. Joker plays some of my YouTube clips in the lift to torture me even further, and I get a whiff of Taco Bell gas, but a different flavor this time. I'm thinking a burrito, maybe. It stinks. We see some more people who fell victim to bad takeaway and meet the scampering lunatic who thinks he's good looking enough to impress me by running around without a shirt on. Still covering up his face with a mask though, so what does that tell us? We see Gordon being dragged off and proceed to find his body. I guess plot armor isn't the thing in this game. Bruce realizes he forgot to pay his phone bill.
I'm sorry, the number you've dialed isn't available. Please leave a message after the tone.
And we head to the morgue. For some reason. We then see these body bags, and Bruce's dead parents then begin scolding him for not being good enough at anything in life. Maybe Batman's more relatable than I thought. Then in the third bag is that one uncle who drugs us and makes us see things. The odd connections in Bruce's amazing family. The room seems fine and normal though, so maybe nothing changed. So the way to Oz has just opened, and listen to the laugh. It's the Wicked Witch of the West too. I just realized that this is just LEGO Dimensions all over again. Scarecrow challenges the camera to a staring contest and clearly wins, and we're into our first Scarecrow section. I traverse the platforms, almost soil myself as I forgot that he rushes over when this wall blows up, and then blind him with Discord light mode, breaking the dream world and disappointing anyone who wanted to see a show of The Wizard of Oz with Batman as Dorothy and the Scarecrow as the Wicked Witch of the West. Even though there's a role that Scarecrow would suit more in that story. We get back on Joker's trail, I blow up some more guys, and we have to do a Predator section without anyone even knowing we are here. This shouldn't be an issue. Okay, it actually was easier than I thought. We then give Harley her fair share of brain damage, and we see the Joker's latest experiment. Bane. Joker puts him on steroids that are somehow more powerful than his usual steroids, and they make him far better looking than me. Oh, come on. Who wrote this script? Also, Batman's first instinct after seeing this gigantic brute of a man who could qualify as a bus is to go hand to hand with him. Which wasn't the best idea. I then spend forever trying to find a way around punching Bane, including tickling him for a while, hoping Bruce would still rip out his tubes. What did I just say? Anyway, unfortunately he wouldn't. So sadly we add 9 punches to the counter, 3 for each phase. I also tried explosives but it didn't work, so I blew up the thugs instead. So after defeating Bane, he was a sore loser and decided to try and kill Batman again. Bruce decided he had enough and decided to make an exception to his no killing rule. So murder was the solution to this problem. I blew up some more guys outside the visitor center, and now we're on our way to Dead Man's Point, blowing up even more guys on the way. So Batman reaches this famous suicide point and decides to jump off. Yeah, pretty lackluster ending for someone like Batman, but oh well. Jokes aside, we're in the Batcave. We learn that Dr. Young has been making a formula called Titan, and the Joker is trying to make an army with it. Maybe he just wants it to make himself handsome. Who knows? It's not like it's gonna kill him. Yeah, maybe I should stay away from that one. So we now have the Batclaw, which allows us more ability in combat. Why, you ask? Allow me to demonstrate. That's right, when I pull enemies with the Batclaw, they fall in love with the ground and proceed to make out with it, allowing me to give them an even closer look. Making my way through the sewers, I find this door that looks fun.
We'll find you. Rip your flesh like paper.
Okay, so maybe going through the door is a bad idea, but who knows, he could be selling free ice cream. Making our way back to the surface, we find out that there are snipers, so I take him out and then accidentally punch a guy, causing me to restart. I feel so stupid right now that it's insane. I got them next time though, along with these idiots who were blocking my way. In the mansion there are a couple more combat encounters, but I didn't throw any punches, so moving on. We find Joker has these shiny new collars that just so happen to alert people to my location. Yay. Another Predator section later, which could have gone better, we save cash and make our way to Dr. Young's office. I blow up these idiots trying to break in and then proceed to break in. Bruce quickly erases his search history before Joker sees it because the fanfic stuff doesn't happen until the next game in the series, and we're now tracking Dr. Young's fingerprints. More guys get blown up on my way out and we make our way to the library, where I make even more fried henchmen. I swear I could serve a whole town with the amount I've made. Joker then threatens some hostages with Taco Bell gas and I destroy some important historical infrastructure. We find Dr. Young's notes and burn them, only to find out she's now been grabbed by Zaz. On the way out, we get hit with burrito gas and head to Wayne Manor. How the hell did we? We then witness Bruce's parents being murdered and now habit an 8-year-old boy's body before being sent back to Oz. What? I proceed to die a total of 4 times. I was not having a good time with this one. It was painful. After blowing up some skeletons and struggling to do it again, being left with no health at the end, we switch Crane's setting back to light mode and he runs off back to his mother's basement. We then destroy more historical infrastructure, because it's funny, and make our way to save Dr. Young. On the way we meet this new enemy type with a shock stick, but he's not immune to making out with the floor, so we help him out with that one. We save Dr. Young from Zaz, and then she discovers that Joker uses the same techniques as me to do his killing.
Oh my god!
Get out of the way!
Harley steals Sharp, who nobody cares about. After turning more thugs into Christmas ham, we get a trail and follow Sharp to the penitentiary. I blew up these guys in the tunnel along the way, and before we got there, my controller ran out of batteries. So that was fun. With new batteries, I send these guys flying, and they definitely don't survive. But I didn't kill them. I'm Batman! Making our way into the penitentiary, more explosions, and we show our complete disinterest in Poison Ivy and leave her crying in pain because we got more important things to do. And also I'm taken. A minute later, Harley lets her out anyway, and we have a new enemy type. Lunatics. We gain the crypto sequencer and now have access to every panel in the asylum, so we chase after Harley. She zaps this guy for fun, and then we fight her thugs, and somehow I didn't throw a punch, so the run is still going strong.
Was that as easy as it looked?
As easy as it looked. You watched me struggle through that and you thought it was easy. I know you're crazy, but still. We chase Harley and she set up this elaborate puzzle for us, which I complete with ease, and then she runs away, and we now have to fight in this big electric floor. I accidentally punched here, and after a long period of self-loathing, I restarted, and realized that on my first attempt, I neglected the void. Why is the void helpful, you ask?
You want some of this?
This plus the electric floor makes this fight a breeze. Bruce beats up Harley and takes her fingerprints, bit weird, and now we're on our way to the Botanical Gardens. I can't lie, the lunatics are so easy to avoid without countering. If you just dodge them, they'll just fall over, and even better, if you hit them with the backclaw, they just fall down, and it looks like Bruce just shoots them. It's really funny. I did accidentally counter this one though and had to restart. In the Botanical Gardens we get another Predator section where I proceed to die, but on the second attempt the enemies don't even see me. And Joker drops this guy into an electric pool, but we shut down the generator and blow up some more guys along the way. And then we're faced with another Predator section, where the enemies can't know I'm here, which I end up failing. But I got my revenge.
There's a hidden door, but, well, you know, it's hidden.
Really? The hidden door is hidden. I couldn't have guessed. At least something in this place does what it's supposed to. I can't believe you would say something so incredibly stupid. So I found the hidden door, and then Joker uses his newly manufactured handsome juice to rub it in my face that people are always better looking than me. This double titan battle took longer than I would have liked, but I mainly tried to make them hit each other, and unlike Bane, you can use explosives to progress them into the next phase, so no punches are required. And eventually, just like that, 2 titans down. I also didn't know that you can actually ride them without punching them, so I did it the hard way for no apparent reason. So after more vandalism of the facility, we now have the line launcher, which doesn't really help us in combat, but it lets us traverse big gaps. Yay. Also, for some reason, Bruce just has Ivy's pheromone on file. Pretending that's not super creepy, we track down Ivy, who after some torture, or enthusiastic interrogation tells us that we need to go to Killer Croc's lair to find the antidote to the Titan formula. Some guys try and stop us on the way out, but they're no match for the line launcher and Batclaw. Another Predator section later, and Joker proceeds to give Ivy some Titan, which has a different effect on her, covering the island in her stupid plants. We go to the mansion, ask Cash where Croc is, leave the mansion, and make our way to intensive treatment. This group of enemies troubles me a bit, but I won eventually and made my way into the building. Joker tests out his new explosive gargoyles on his own henchmen, and we have to take down the rest. Teamwork. On my way to Croc's lair, I thought of the most amazing. So the game reset and we have to do all of that again, except this time we're playing as Joker. We then got shot by Joker and then woke up in the ground. We're back in Oz and get to meet Bruce's family. Look at them, aren't they adorable? Sure, one of them is literally eating a rat, but isn't that cute in its own way? We blow up some more skeletons, make our way through Scarecrow's world again, and I proceed to die while standing somewhere where I should have absolutely been covered. Maybe Scarecrow has his own detective mode and can see through walls. As I tried to put on Discord light mode again, Scarecrow tells me his PC is now encrypted! And instead makes me fight even more skeletons. What he doesn't know is that explosives are skeletons' greatest weakness. Even the Titan skeletons don't stand a chance. It turns out the most effective way to decrypt Scarecrow's PC was to blow up skeletons. We turn on light mode and find out that Bruce is a huge drug addict. Crane runs away like the little wimp he is. We blow up more thugs who seem like they're having a good time and glitch out to find a comfy position on this big pile of bodies. We make our way into the sewers where Scarecrow gets on Bruce's last nerve, so Bruce does the only logical thing. Feeding him to Croc. The logic being, if Croc's already eaten Crane, he'll be too full to eat meat. Smart. We make our way into Croc's lair, and this part isn't affected by the challenge, it's just funny to watch Croc fall over every 5 seconds. After making our way out of Croc's lair, Bruce decides he's had enough and once again breaks his no-kill rule. Bruce, are you feeling okay? So we make our way back to the Batcave, briefly stop by goons along the way, and make ourselves an antidote for the Titan formula. We then get the Ultra Batclaw and can now pull down walls, just because. After some traversal, we end up back in the sewers, where Joker is pumping out all of the Titan waste into the Gotham River. Yay! So now we need to stop it. Also, there's a cool thing about the Ultra Batclaw. Yeah, those guys aren't alive. More combat, 2 pumps disabled, and another Predator section where I embarrass myself and die, but I got my revenge. Anyway, last pump disabled. Joker sends me a token of his displeasure and I make more henchmen mincemeat. This Titan fight took a while, but I got there eventually. Back on the surface, our new goal is to stop Ivy from turning the island into the literal opposite of a salad bar, and we head back to her. She hypnotized some guards into protecting her, but it's fine because we can just pull them both over with the Batclaw. It's time for Ivy's boss fight, which isn't too difficult. I just need to remember not to punch the guards. After a few batarangs and explosive, Ivy's defeated, and we're now in the final stretch of the game. Joker invites us to his party, and I proceed to counter a lunatic and have to restart. With a lot of rage, I make my way to the party and find these perfect people to take out my anger on. Oh hey, I didn't expect you to be standing so close. So I started a fight in this hallway, which to no one's surprise I lost, so I was good and only beat up the guys outside this time. So Joker decided to blow me up and then unleash 2 Titans on me. And somehow I managed to beat this section first try, which did take a while, but explosives are the solution to everything, so... Joker tries to shoot Gordon with handsome drugs, which Batman gets selfish and takes for himself, and maybe now I'll be the best looking. Batman gives Joker a right hook and Joker gets jealous and wants to win the better looking competition. Joker takes some handsome drugs and yeah, maybe I can actually win this one. Bruce seems to disagree and takes the antidote. Bruce, you idiot. We could have won easily. Come on, this would have been so easy for us. We would win in a landslide. Now on to a less than great boss fight. I used the usual tactic on the thugs, but the problem is with Joker. When I pulled him down, I tried everything. Explosives and... mainly explosives, because that's pretty much all I could do. And unfortunately, right at the end, we need to punch Joker. For this final fight, add 6 punches to the counter. Thankfully, you don't have to punch him the 3rd time you pull him down. And just like that, it's game over. Batman defeats Joker in the cutscene, and Arkham is returned to normal. So to recap the punches we had throughout this run. 3 punches on the goons at the start, another 2 on some more thugs at the start, 9 during the Bane boss fight, And finally, 6 punches in the final Joker fight. If I've counted correctly, our final counter is at 20 punches. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it took forever to make, and I'm not really proud of it. Anyway, do all the YouTube stuff and stick around if you want to see more of these challenges. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Arkham City.